Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Coding in My Sleep. Today I am heading to Defcon to interview some folks who have made a pretty awesome little Bitcoin briefcase vending machine thing. We're going to talk about how it works, what motivated them to make it, and we're going to get a little bit of a demo. Now I apologize in advance if the quality of this video is a little lackluster. It's not exactly a camera-friendly place, Defcon. So it was a little bit of effort to find an out-of-the-way place to shoot this video, and it was far from ideal lighting and sound circumstances. So, without further ado... Names.
We're going to go by handles. So
let's go by handles. So what's...
I'm Sugar. I'm Garbage. Intern 2. The Addict.
And what are you all responsible for on this particular project?
We kind of just took the roles of whatever needed to be done at the time. It was a pretty cramped project, but what I ended up working on was the coin acceptor logic and getting the thermal printer to be dark enough to work.
What did you end up working on?
Yeah, I did most of the Bitcoin logic, so doing the transactions, generating private keys. Yeah, that's what I did.
Miscellaneous software stuff, done a couple different things. I cut the holes in the boxes, soldered everything up, and just put it together pretty much.
So you're like the mechanical guy?
Yeah, I guess so. I did some of the software work too, though.
Okay. So where did the, we'll go with you, where did the idea for this come from?
So, I don't know, I've done some silly Bitcoin projects in the past, and this was an idea we had that, so maybe we can make a box you put in coins and you get out Bitcoins, and had the idea at the beginning of the month. We kind of abandoned it, and we heard about that LOL Bitcoin party. We thought, well, now if there's a party dedicated to hilarious Bitcoinity, then we have to make the box. And that was about a week ago. So yeah, us and one other guy basically put it together in a week, 2 or 3 pretty long nights. Yeah, we just wanted to see if we could do it, so we tried it, and we did, and we brought it out here.
Who was responsible for the hardware choices? Who picked the Raspberry Pi?
So yeah, we just kind of used most of what we had on hand, and we reused some parts from previous projects, and then purchased some parts for it specifically. But it was mostly what we had on hand and what we could cobble together in a week.
All right, cool. So can we take a look inside?
Sure. So inside.
Lots of spare rolls of paper.
Yeah, we got a lot of extra paper. Inside the pouch here is a Raspberry Pi. We're using the GPIO pins to communicate with all the different components. We have the LCD screen, the thermal printer, this button with an LED in it, and the coin acceptor. And most of these parts are off-the-shelf parts, mostly purchased from Adafruit.com. They're an online hobbyist retailer. And then for looking up the Mt. Gox price and for doing the transactions over SSL RPC, we're using the Verizon 4G modem.
All right, let's see it in action.
Sure.
I have a few quarters on me here.
So the idea...
It's a Bitcoin bot?
Yeah, I'll be with you in just a moment. So the idea was we figured that probably a lot of people around here have heard of Bitcoin, but we found that it's a much smaller percentage of folks actually have any. So we wanted to make an easy way for people to get involved in Bitcoin. Right now it is a little tricky to get your hands on if you're not too familiar with how Bitcoin works. You have to sign up with an exchange, give them your bank account, give them your personal information, and we thought this would be a great way to, if you got 17 cents in your pocket and you want some Bitcoin, this machine can do that for you. So the idea is on the front here we have a screen. We're looking up the Mt. Gox exchange rate once every 5 seconds and displaying the current exchange rate. We are adding 15% to help pay for the hardware. Then you put your coins in one at a time. They'll register on the screen. You hit a button, you generate a new private key based on the Raspberry Pi pseudo-random number generator and hardware, and we do the transaction over SSL RPC, and then you have your Bitcoins. It should appear on the screen as he puts them in.
press the button.
So you hit the button, it's generating the new address. It's reaching it over SSL or PC to the box on the internet to do the transaction, and now printing it out. So that was your $1 Bitcoin got 0.001546.
It's a very small fraction of a coin.
Yes, a lot of people, there are people who have Bitcoin here that have been using it, and then it is a lot of people that this is the first Bitcoin they're purchasing, so we think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, we had a couple of people were a little distrusting of a shady box to put your coins in, so a guy bought 10 cents worth, went back up to his hotel room, made sure the transaction actually completed, and then came back down to purchase more. So that was good too.
All right, so let's see what we got. I'll have to make sure to...
So on here we have the public key, the private key, the amount that you put in, the exchange rate, and the number that you got out. And I will go exchange this before this video comes out so that I actually get this money back.
Yes, probably a smart idea.
So right on here, there's 0 Bitcoin. It's not on a machine on the internet somewhere. It's my personal wallet, but we're using an SSL RPC connection. So if somebody would pick this up and run with it, I'd be sad that they stole my hardware, but they wouldn't get my Bitcoins.
Any chance that you're planning to add like a bill validator, turn it into a full-blown Bitcoin ATM?
We finished this up the night before we flew out here, so we kind of cobbled it together to make it work. And we really had no concept of, like, people keep on asking, oh, is this a prototype that you're going to try and sell? Yeah, what are you going to add to it? And we just wanted to see if we could do it, so we did it and we brought it. And that was kind of the end of the thinking ahead. We don't have a website for it.
In the true spirit of Defcon, it was hacked together the night before?
Absolutely. Yeah, we think me and him were up to about
4:30 in the morning. Yeah.
just trying to get it to work. But yep, so yeah, you put your coin in the side, make sure it appears, registers on the screen after you put it in, and then you push the green button.
So one thing I would like to do is maybe set up an email address for it, for the Bitcoin ATM, and we can have people reach out with ideas. Honestly, I thought it would be a joke, and people are taking it seriously. So I would like to hear people's ideas. Whether or not it goes anywhere, we'll see.
You guys do have kind of like everywhere you sit down with this thing, there is a crowd.
It seems to be. Or sometimes when we go outside to do press interviews,
this happens.
The crowd shows up.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like what you saw here, you can support my continued efforts by donating to this Bitcoin address right here. This Bitcoin address is unique to this piece of content, as are all of the Bitcoin addresses on my entire website. So by donating to those addresses, you're not just helping me continue doing what I do, you're actually voting with your wallet and telling me what it was that you liked. So, vote away.
Will version 2.0 come with an extension cord?
Maybe.